That's Israel.
Israel.
Israel who?
Israel Landau.
Okay. And who are you to this case, Mr. Israel?
One of the property managers here?
Okay. Thank you. I just need to put that on the record. It's fine as a...
Judge, I'm sorry. Can I have the spelling of Landau?
Yes.
Landau.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I have TM, which is my court attorney, Titanita McLean, and IF is my court clerk, and that's JCF Fields, okay? So we all know who we all are, if you've seen the names or initials. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing today, okay? And this is for today. I'm dealing with the orders to show cause that came in since the last date. I did not sign off on anything. I did not sign off on any of the subpoenas. And the reason why is because the case is coming on today. I don't want to deal with all of that. And I don't have to deal with all of that. Mr. Kaimoff, I'm going to say this to you. You said to this court that you needed adjournment because you were not well. You sent in some inadequate information, so I denied that request. I don't know what you did, but then you had another doctor or some other entity submit some information to the court about your health. But in the interim, you ran around New York City. You went here, you went there, and here and there again, which leads me to believe that you are not as ill as you want anybody to think. It has already in front of you. You already involved in a contempt hearing based on what you did on another judge's order. Subsequent to that, I said to you what you should not do not do, cannot do. I said it to you. I repeated it. I literally begged you not to do something.
Which is, Your Honor?
I begged you. I begged you. I didn't order you as a judge. I didn't order you. I begged you as a human being not to do certain things.
Which is, Your Honor?
And you did it anyway. You want to do what you want to do. You are not showing this court any respect, first of all. And second of all, you're not showing the court that you didn't do what the other judge told you not to do. Because you're not doing what I told you not to do. I'm always of the mind when I have cases when people do stuff or they don't follow a judge's order. I don't change the judge's order because I feel if you don't respect one of my colleagues, I'm no different. You won't respect me. When you said to me you didn't understand certain things, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I really was. And that's when I started to beg you not to do certain things.
Certain things what?
And you did it anyway.
You
did it anyway. You came to the courthouse. I told you not to. No reason for you to come to the courthouse. After you asked the court to adjourn your case for some months because you were not feeling well, you ran all around the city.
No, I started seeing my doctor.
Not talking while I'm talking.
I started seeing my doctor when I had a chance.
Now, Mr. Conwell, I want you to stop talking when I'm talking. Because you know I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak. I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak. But I need you to give me this opportunity to speak. Because I'm not dealing with, and I'm sorry, Miss Marion, I'm not continuing the hearing that we're supposed to be dealing with. I have to deal with at hand first. Okay? I have at least 3 to 4 items on my desk, and I don't even want to read them all. I just want you to know that your behavior from the last court date until last week even, you had an order to show cause, you want subpoenas signed, you want all of these things. I told you to stop it. I begged you to stop it. I begged you to stop it. Whatever was enough. I didn't need another thing on this case. I begged you. And you still did what you wanted to do. I'm saying this to you, Mr. Conmore, today. Do not submit another thing to this court. Do not ask for another subpoena in this case by order to show cause. Don't do it. I don't need another thing. Your behavior showed me that you are a very well man. You are well enough to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Okay? You can do that. You have shown me. You have shown me another thing, that you're not honest. And I hate to say that. You have shown me that you are not an honest person. And I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I tried. When you told me you didn't understand, I can understand that you didn't understand that. But I speak in simple terms. I speak in plain language. I ask you, do you understand? You tell me you understand. I ask you to explain to me what you understand so that we are on the same page. Because it's not enough for me for you to say you understand without me understanding what you understand. I went through that with you. So I know that you know what you're doing. And I am going to do, when you do, and I say this, I used to say this to my kids, when you do what you want to do, I'm going to do what I have to do. Okay? So now I'm clear. And I want you to be clear. I want you to be very clear that I don't want you to send another piece of paper to this courthouse. I don't want you to come to this courthouse. When the case is adjourned, we'll deal with it. If you need something, you will ask on the adjourn date. You will not come back to this courthouse. You will not submit another order to show cause. You will not submit another request for a subpoena. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, what do you understand that to me when I say that? What do you understand it to me?
I understand that you're referring to before, but unfortunately I don't remember what exactly you asked me now.
I'm referring to today, right now, going forward.
I don't understand the question.
Okay, I want you to understand today. Do not come back to the courthouse. Do not request another order to show cause. Do not request another subpoena. That's what I want you to understand.
And if they,
today.
I understand that, but if may I ask the court?
No. What do you understand? What is that you understand?
Do not submit any subpoena by order show cause. Do not submit any show cause. And the third one, what was the third one?
Okay, the first one. Do not come to 360 Adams Street.
Okay.
Do not submit another order to show cause. Do not submit another subpoena. That's three things.
No order show cause. No
subpoena. Do not email my court attorney. Nor should you email me. You got that?
I was trying to submit the video.
Do you have that? I need to make sure that you understand.
Yes, I do understand that, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me what it is that you understand.
Do not come to 360 Adams Street. Do not file any order show cause. Do not make any subpoena. And
do not email my court attorney.
No email.
No email to me or my court attorney. Okay?
What is
now? That's going forward. In addition, okay? That's what I don't want you to do from this day forward. Now I have to deal with what you did in the interim when I told you not to do.
Which is, Your Honor?
Which is, don't file any more issues with the Department of Buildings. I'm sorry. No more complaints with the Department of Buildings. I told you don't do that. I begged you. I told you that, and I begged you not to do that. Okay? That's what. You asking questions, I'm answering your question. That is it. I told you, do not do it. and you did it anyway.
Your
That's
Honor,
why we're here. That's why we're here. Because you keep doing what you want to do.
it's not what I wanted.
Go ahead.
First, Your Honor, I don't understand if there is no reason for me to go to the 360 Adams Street, I would not waste my time, and especially your time, Your Honor, to go there and wait. And if I really came there, Your Honor, especially having this the condition, my health condition, and it forced me to go there, believe me, that's something that with the good faith,
Mr. Kymore, you can't do it if the court tells you not to do it. That's the point I'm trying to get through to you.
What day
When I tell you, listen to me. When I tell you don't do it, I don't care what inside of your body urges you to do it. You can't do it. That is why this case is called a contempt hearing, because you're doing things that you are told not to do.
Okay, we're talking about 360 Adams. I don't
We're
remember.
talking about filing cases with the Department of Building.
I don't recall you actually asked me for it. You told me, Your Honor, if
No, I didn't ask you. I told you.
Yes, you told me till the May 19th.
I begged you.
Till May 19th. Not instead of go to the doctors, you said, do not go try to deal with the DOB. That's what your word says, Your Honor. The plaintiff, Miss Marion, on the 18th minute of the hearing, asked the court to stop Itamar Chaimov from making a false to extend the TRO. That's all it was, Your Honor, till 19. I have not made any complaint till 19. But then I received a FOIL from the DOB sending me the certificate of correction on 666 building, and I had to reply to it. That's what happened, Your Honor. I did not went there. I did not. You know what I mean, Your Honor? And besides,
No, I don't know what you mean.
the plaintiff keeps sending the contempt notices in questions now. They don't even mention the violations, even though there is a 21 violation, and I presented to the court with the last affirmation. But then they could still, and besides that, I showed exactly clear points at the last papers where and how the plaintiff attorney is making a false statement without even supporting that with sufficient evidence.
Counsel, Mr. Kymore, that's not true. That is not true. And that is what I'm trying to say to you. You only hear what you want to hear. You only want to do what you want to do, because I explained it to you. When we went through this with Miss Marion and another attorney, I forgot her name at this time, we went through it. When you said that, I didn't understand that didn't mean that it was a violation. We went through that. That's when I told you, since you don't understand what you're doing, don't do it. I said that to you. I said it a million times, just like I'm saying it a million times, and I'm going to apologize to Miss Klein and to Miss Marion and to Mr. Landau. I apologize, but I'm trying to make Mr. Kymore understand that what he is doing is serious business, and he's not showing the court that he didn't do it. You have to understand this, sir, that this is serious business. When one of my colleagues tell you not to do something, don't do it. And don't go around it. Don't try to go around the back door when you can't go through the front door. Stop it. Just stop it. If you are ill, then stop it and take care of your health. This is showing me that you're not that sick. You're not that ill. You want to do what you want to do, then you want to use your illness, whatever illness you have. You seem to be stronger than me in the way that you're going throughout the city, doing the things that you're doing. So stop talking.
How do I go throughout the city?
Don't say a word.
I'm not going throughout.
Stop talking. It's married. Do you have anything you want to say?
I have a lot to say, Judge. I would ask the court to sign the order to show cause that we filed. I would ask that, we were prepared to go forward with the hearing, but I understand whatever the court is inclined to do. But I would ask that the hearing, when it does continue, that it gets expanded to include what's happened to today. I understand the court might not be inclined to do that because I might need to make another motion for contempt. I'm trying not to make motions with the court, continuous motions, since we're still in the middle of this contempt hearing, and I guess it probably is sufficient if we just get a ruling on this hearing. But we do have to continue that. I understand that. So at this point in time, I'm asking for the court to sign the order to show cause that plaintiff had submitted, and I could give you exactly the number.
The number, you mean the sequence number?
The NYSEF number I was going to give the court, yeah. I think it's $299 now, but let me just check. Yes, it's $297. So I would ask the court to sign $297. I would ask the court to deny defendants or proposed order to show cause, which is NYSEF number 309. And I would ask that Mr. Kaimon's motion, and we filed a notice of a cross motion. I don't know if he's going to oppose the cross motion that we filed to his motion, but I would ask that be marked fully submitted. And if the court wanted to hear argument on that. We filed op to his motion and a notice of cross motion on June 6th. It was a short return date on his motion, but we wanted to get the op in, and then we filed the cross motion. So I guess he still has time to submit the op on our cross motion.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not signing another thing until I finish the ones that we will hear from Judge Bailey Schiffman, I believe.
Okay? Yes, Your Honor, I understand that. You are ready for that today.
What I will look at the one, if part of it is just the expansion of the contempt, that I'll allow. But anything else, I'm not going to deal with until after I finish with this contempt hearing. Okay?
Okay. The order to show cause was basically requesting that defendants not be able to file any further motions or applications with the court.
Well, that's my own motion. I don't need. I have to do that on my own for my own.
Okay. So that's basically the basis of that order to show cause 297. That was our request, without express leave of the court, just restraining him from filing anything. But we are ready to go forward, Your Honor, with this. With the contempt hearing, so we don't want to delay it, and that's why I didn't put in an additional motion to expand the content of the hearing.
Okay. Now, Mr. Kainos, do you understand what she's asking?
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm objecting to that.
Okay. First, tell me what you understand she's saying, what she's asking.
Plaintiff attorney referring to the order show cause document number 297, what's his name, to ordering adjourn to the defendant from the filing any further motions to find in the...
I'm sorry, can you repeat what you just said, sir?
Ordering and adjourning the defendant from filing any further motions or applications with the court without leave of the court. B, ordering defendant to pay fine and awards in civil contempt equal to the plaintiff's cost and expense additional to the sum $250.
I'm getting it. Is this on the EDGS, Judge? I can look it up.
Yeah, it's document number 297, order to show cause ABC.
Yes. And what else was it, Miss Mary? But
Are you asking?
Yes, you asked for something else, but you were disrupted.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. The things that she's outside of the court that she's asking the court to award her, I have already said that that's what it's going to be. That you are not going to be able to come to 360. No more orders to show cause. No more subpoenas, and no more emailing my court attorney. I already said those 4 things. That's a given. Now, in addition to, she had less things than I have, but in addition to those 4 things, she's also asking for a sum of money. At this point, I'm not signing off on that OSC. I want to finish the contempt that I have before me that happened with my colleague. But I'm saying to you, I am quite aware. Now, you're dealing with me and what you did in my presence and what I know to be so. So you can't say that you don't understand, because I'm telling you, I know what I did. I know what I said to you. I know how I explained it, what we would call ad nauseum, meaning that I explained it so much people want to puke. Okay? And I explained it to you, and you told me you understood it, and I gave you the opportunity to explain to me what you understood so that I would know that you understood. And you still decided to do what you want to do. So I'm saying this to you, Mr. Kymore. I'm saying this to you, that I, as a judge, could hold you in contempt based on what I told you not to do.
What is it? I don't remember. What is it you're referring to, Your Honor?
No. If you don't remember,
No,
remember now. Whatever you didn't remember, that's fine. But I'm saying today, remember.
Okay.
Remember what I just said. Those 4 things, you remember.
Yes.
Okay? Because this is going to be ongoing until this case is over. And I'm saying to you, if you do any of those things, okay, order to show court, and I'm going to add a 5th too, since you don't remember. No orders to show court. No subpoenas. No calling or emailing my court attorney.
Calling to how?
That's right. No contact. The only contact you will have with this court is when we have an adjourned date. Whatever you want to say to the court at that time, whatever you want to request, that you have to ask me on these calls, not by orders to show cause, because I'm going to deny them. Okay? So no OSC. You got it?
Okay.
No subpoenas. No emails or calls to my court attorney. That was 3, and there was a 4th one. Ty, what's the 4th one? Don't come to 360.
Yes.
Okay? And don't go to the Department of Buildings. That's the one that you can't seem to grasp.
But they respond to me.
Don't file another thing with the Department of Buildings. Nothing. Nada. If they send something to you, you just hold on to it. And when we come back to court, you will tell me, and I will deal with it with you. But you don't do another thing in this case to any building. Nothing. Not another building. Nothing. Nada. You understand me? Yes or no, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Nothing. I need you to understand that. Because now I'm saying to you, and Ms. Marion will draft it, you will be held in contempt from the court, based on the court's order, saying don't do this, don't do that. But first we're going to finish, and not today, but first we're going to finish the one that you did from the alleged contempt from my colleague. And then we're going to move, I'm going to make a decision, and then we're going to move on your behavior since I've been on the case.
Okay.
Okay? So the best thing for you to do is to take care of Mr. Kymore, your medical situation, whatever it is, and don't worry about this case. The court is going to handle the case. If it's something that you need, when we come back on the adjourned date, we will discuss it. Just like she just asked some things, and I said no,
okay.
You will ask some things.
Okay.
And I may say yes, and I may say no. But I don't want you to come back to this court. Everything that you're going to get from this court, is going to be dealt with on the record with a court reporter. On the record. So you can't say you didn't understand.
Okay.
Okay? Because I have to protect the integrity of this courthouse and this case in particular. Okay? And I said this to you from the beginning. From the beginning, we started off on the bad note. And I tried to reconcile that. And I reconciled that in my spirit. And then you went and did other things. Now, if you can't remember what you did, that's on you. But I remember. So you need to stop. Stop with this, with the DOB, with this building, with Mr. Landau, with Miss Marion. You need to leave all of that out of your mind. And only thing in your mind is, I got to deal with this contempt case and showing the judge that I did not disobey the court's order. Okay? Now you got two court orders that you have to obey. The one that Ms. Marion is going to draft for today and the one that we're already dealing with. Okay? So deal with your health, come back and be ready to deal with those two cases. One at a time. So right now, put mine out of your mind. Don't worry about me. I got board shoulders. Okay? And you better be glad I got board shoulders. Because if I didn't, you'd be in a whole lot of trouble right now, today. Okay? So, Ms. Mary, I'm going to ask you to draft the order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? And I also want you to put in that this order is expanding. I think it's Judge Bailey Schiffman's order. It's an expansion. It's ongoing. Okay? Mr. Kimoff, what that means is if you do anything that Judge Bailey Schiffman told you not to do, you still could be held in contempt. It's not over. Yes. What do you want to say?
But the Judge Bailey Schiffman not saying not to call to the 311.
I'm telling you now. That's what I'm saying.
I understand that now, but I'm saying is Ms. Bailey Schiffman said not to call to lie, or impersonate other tenants.
It doesn't matter. You did it anyway. Okay? You did it anyway. You already showed me. Okay? Remember when we had when we went through the dates and we went through the time, and you said you didn't understand that the no violation didn't mean da-da-da-da, and we went through that and I explained it to you. The person from the Department of Building explained it to you. You still did what you wanted to do. That's neither here nor there as today. Today is what I need you to understand. That today you have two orders. One from Judge Bailey Schiffman, and the one that I'm putting out today, from this day forward. If you violate them, you will be held in contempt if Ms. Marion put on a proper show. If you refute it, maybe not as bad. But I'm telling you, from this day forward, put your hands in your pocket. Sit on your hands. Tie your feet up. Whatever you have to do, don't do it when it comes to this case. Okay? All you have to concentrate on is the day that we come back and you have to defend that case. Okay? Do you have all your papers from Judge Bailey Schiffman's order? You have that?
Yes.
That's what you have to defend against. That's all we're dealing with right now. But in addition, today, there's an order for you not to do the 5 things that I told you today.
But
in addition, well, it's only really 4 because the 5th one is just an expansion from Judge Bailey Schiffman.
Your Honor, may I ask, please?
Certainly.
Your Honor, but in this contempt that we're going through right now, is the part of the contempt is the violation that was issued to the 666 building, which is in Manhattan. And in order to show you that there is actually a medical office, I would definitely need Mr. Landau and the actual tenant who occupied, the owner of the medical PC that occupied this property. I mean, they're trying to say that I just meant I'm false on such.
Mr. Kimoff, we had that discussion already. I'm not going back to that. Okay? That is because, listen to me, You want to do what you want to do. That's what it is. Whenever you don't want, when I explain something to you, when something isn't what I'm observing, when somebody explains something to you, if you don't want to get it in your mind to understand, you don't get it in your mind. And that's okay. But if you don't get it in your mind to do what I'm telling you to do and not to do, you will be held in contempt. I am trying to explain it to you again. I am trying to beg you to stop. I am trying to help you without going overboard on my advocacy.
Understood.
Okay? But I want you to know I see it, though. I see everything you're doing. Okay? I see it. I hear it. I'm involved in it. You can't do it. But, again, like anybody, we are human. We have our own free will to do what we like to do when we want to do it. But when there's a court order that says, don't do it, and you do it, there's things called consequences, and you will have to pay for them. With that, Ms. Marion, do you understand the order that I'm asking you to draft?
Your Honor, I'm doing it now. At a hearing held before this court on the record on June 13, 2022, the court heard from all parties. It was determined and adjudicated as follows. Defendant shall not come to the courthouse at 360 Adams Street. Defendant shall not submit any more orders to show causes to the court, shall not submit any more subpoenas to the court, shall not contact, call, email the court attorney or the judge, shall not go to the Department of Buildings, shall not file anything more, I wrote another thing, but anything more with the DOB.
Or answer anything from the DOB.
Or answer anything from the DOB. This order is deemed to be an expansion of Judge Bailey Schiff's order of July 17, 2021, 96 document number 110. Failure to comply with this order will result in contempt of court. May result in.
That is correct.
May.
And I would go even further and put shall.
Okay, with this, okay. Shall.
Your Honor?
Okay.
Yes.
Miss Marion put the 360 Adams, but I also used the room for help center downstairs. So I mean, can she put not to go to the chamber, just to
Mr. Kimoff, you see, Mr. Kimoff.
Yes.
You're making my point. You're making my point very clear on this record. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I know. I'm saying it.
Okay, so since you know, then don't do it. Okay?
No, but I'm saying that I could go
No,
to.
I'm saying don't do it. Okay? I'm telling you now. I'm no longer begging you. Okay? Because begging is not helping. I would have hoped that the begging would have did better than the order. But now I'm saying to you, don't do it. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay. Thank you, Miss Marion.
Welcome, Judge.
Be well. Ty, could you give them some more dates, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Then we had a date for tomorrow, so that's being vacated.
I'm available. We could do tomorrow. We could keep tomorrow's date. So we could start fresh tomorrow with Judge Bailey Schiffman's order. That could stay. That could remain the same.
I just have another hearing at 2:00, but I could do this all morning, Judge.
So then, no, then let's
You know what? I'd rather keep this, though.
whatever we do, I want full days. Morning,
Okay.
I want full days.
Let's do this. This was ordered first, so I'd rather do this, and I'll have to cover my other one or get rid of it.
Okay. So tomorrow stays.
Yes.
Tomorrow what time?
Tomorrow's at 10 a.m.
10.
I already sent an e-file out for that.
So tomorrow
Thank
stays.
you. That's right. I see everything else. Perfect. Okay.
Did you want a second day, Judge?
Yeah, we need another date.
Fridays, yes or no?
No.
The next full day I have, that's not a Friday, is August 23rd. That's a Tuesday.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. If after tomorrow we really need more dates, I might just do afternoon. So just check our calendar. We'll deal with it tomorrow as to maybe just full afternoons going
All right,
forward.
so I should not hold, you don't want me to
Yeah.
hold?
Keep the August date just in case. But right now, tomorrow, and then between you and I, Tara, we'll go through the afternoon and see what we can do.
Okay.
Judge. Sorry, I don't see you. Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Is there any way that the court's order today could also be expanded so that the defendant is also restrained from sending any personal emails to my clients, to both Jacob and Israel Landau?
Nothing. Absolutely. Mr. Kamoff, don't touch this case. Just leave it alone.
And Judge, is it possible to include the park clerk as well?
Yes, the chambers and chamber staff.
And I don't know, I'm not necessarily requesting the court to do anything with this, but I am would like to just surprise the court of the fact that Mr. Kaimoff has also been now contacting the Attorney General's office incessantly.
Wait, I have not.
Well, it's my understanding that you or one of your aliases, somebody in your name, using your name has.
What do you? I don't understand, Your Honor. What actually you're saying, Miss Marion?
What I am saying, I want you to hear. What I'm saying is, don't touch this case. Don't
No, I never
to
contact.
this case to anybody, any person on this case, the attorneys, the client, nobody. Leave this case alone until we on this line, and you can have a discussion with me.
I understand.
Simple as that. If you can make it as simple as that, Miss Marion.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor, not by plaintiffs. Thank you. Plaintiffs, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hold on. Let me just say this. Tomorrow, the Landows have to present. They have to be on camera. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.